Hi guys, today we go through a trade recap where I have done yesterday. We go through this trade that I took, went break even, but I want to explain the process behind and my how I think the narrative that I have when I enter a trade, before the trade, after and during, of course, so that I can make maybe help a few people out there. So basically, let's start. Yesterday, I was interested in shorting because one thing that I can recommend to you guys is build statistics, a lot of statistics. For example, I know that when we have the London session that is closed inside, as you can see here. Wait, that I put it bigger. Yeah, here. When we have yesterday, this is today, yesterday here. Look, the high of Asia, the low of Asia of yesterday, and the London is contained inside, okay. So I'm from Italy, so my the time that I use for this is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Is a Sydney session, closed session as you want to call it, and then we have Asia session from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. okay, and then from 7 a.m. to 13 a.m. p.m. is London, and then New York till 22, and then go on. So I knew this thing, so I know that I have just to put an alarm on this high and on this low, and when one of these get breached out, as we can see here, I know that we have to wait for a reversal pattern, whatever you look for, weakness in this case. I use footprint, so I don't know if you guys have any other tools to to prove weakness in the chart, in the price action. So basically I waited here and I was ready to go down. After analyzing the TPO, this is time price opportunity, it's called the time price opportunity. I know also that we had a poor low during the day of yesterday, and another poor low, and another poor low, triple back to back poor low. Really rare. So I knew in the back of my mind that was a high chance to come back to that level, so at least this level. To be honest, I use this TPO, but I prefer use the one that ExoChart, that is a platform of with more accuracy, higher accuracy, to provide me the volume level. Also here we know that we had poor low, 2 blocks here. When we have 2 blocks, it's called poor low. If we have just one, you can see every time is a good low, is just 1 block. But yeah. So after that, I knew that in my mind that this type of setup has a really high chance to play out, and the target generally is the low of the London session, the Asia session. That is this low here, where was my TP1, and then I would run the rest of the trade. But as I can say, the move at the end was good because I entered around here. My stop was here, was at 1.2, I think, 1.2 and a half. The price arrived here, closed the inefficiency here, and then reverse and slowly grind to the upside. But when I saw this type of things, here, after these 3 candles, I already know that the trade was having less chance to play out. So I went to break even with my stop, I guess. Here I entered the trade, I think around here. So yeah, a bit of profit, nothing really important, but I don't use just TPO to create the bias of the day. I use structure, as we can see, daily structure is short. We were inside, and we are still now inside of this week that is likely to be filled, at least partial. So we came in and we went out on Saturday. No, it was Sunday, and then yesterday again, and today we are still again. So I'm still looking for a partial close on this, maybe 50% of Fibonacci, and then come back. Still today I have a short bias. And so structure was short. Other thing that gave me insight of the price can go down was gann. I use gann on higher time frame. There are some cycle that repeat themselves. As you can see, we have a clear pattern: 10, 22, 10, 22, 10. And then the cycle that are the dominant cycle are 7, 10, 14, 23 days with 1 day of margin, because if it's 7 can be 6 or 8, 9 or 11, 13 or 15, 21 or 23. You have to be a bit tolerant. And yeah, nothing, that's it. So I knew that we were in a zone where we can still today put a high of the day of the cycle, because we have put the low here, strong low, and now we are looking for put a high and then to swing low, to breach this low. In fact, I'm interested in this zone to short the price, not to long it. And yeah, so also gann was saying to me we can go short. Then yeah, I look at 50 minutes where I trade. I looked yesterday, so we have this type of price action. We add the market structure that from long week this low, week also this held a bit, but we have a change of market structure. As you can see, we had a bit of grinding to the downside. Then we add this change again in 50-minute time frame. But as you know, as I said, because the London was contained in Asia, I had that bias. It's like a 90% setup probability to take the low of Asia. This time we went break even, so it was in the 10%. But I'm making this video also because of this. When you have statistic, maybe there will be 1, 2, 3 times where the trade won't played out, but with consistent, if you still continue to apply that pattern or what you have made the study on, it will give you profit, because statistics are the best way to build confidence. I think I had this conviction, because when you have something that works because you have studied 2 years in the past, it's still will going to work if you still update the statistics, of course. So basically was looking for short. Now we want to talk a bit about the trigger. I use footprint, as I said. I look here. I know that when we wick this high, it was likely to go for reversal. I could have joined on this candle, but was if you close down there, at least down of the 50% of the previous candle, I would be more confident. I honestly, I didn't enter here. Also, if would have been a crazy trade, this one, 1 to 5. I decided to wait a bit, more conservative. When we arrived at this low, I entered the trade. The TP was this 1 or 2.2 trade that was still good. Went to break even. I want to go on the footprint to make you look at what I thought yesterday. Yeah, here. So the level, I marked the level, that was this one. We have the level. We arrived in the zone with open interest coming in. Open interest mean a new position entering the market, short or long, we don't know it, but with delta we can know that. So new longs opening, basically this means delta rising, open inter rising means new long opening. And yeah, so I was like, oh cool, all these guys are trying to go for the breakout, but I know that it will reverse really with higher chance. I took a look at retail traders, what they've done during that period, year. As we can see, during this move up, the bigger player were not buying here, like 3 million, really low levels based on my statistic. Here, as you can see, 26 million high. Here, not a lot of things, But if I look at the at the retail traders, I look here in this candle with trapped value area, 48 million. Look back here. The retail traders generally are between 10, 15 million. They went 48. They want to go long, 48 million, long, 28, 48, 43. You know, they are longing. And they get stopped out, of course. So, also because there was rising the open interest, we have to look at these two things together. I said, yeah, retail traders try to long. We want to go short. We wait for a breakout. That was a good sign. Was a really good sign, honestly, yeah. But as I said, I prefer to close a bit low because I want to be a bit more conservative. I see the candle start really rapidly. I say, okay, perfect. I entered around this level. We had a anchor view up. I say, if we manage to break through the view up, good. I will go break even. Yeah, breakthrough. Went to break even. That was basically here, but I put a bit on profit to manage the position. I put the stop above the view up, and then I said, okay, good. If we go to take profit, that was here. Good day, good profit. If not, it's good. I'm risk free, so I don't care. Yeah, went for break even this time, but you know, can't always be profit. We know in this type of work that the break even or stop loss are part of the day. So yeah, that was the trade. Was a really good one, honestly. And yeah, today basically I'm looking for the same thing. London is not inside, as you can see. London is not contained in the Asia session, but we have a poor low, so likely to go down again. Yeah, that's it, guys. So if you have any question about a tool that I'm using, TPO, if you want a video specifically on the TPO, time price opportunity, or something on the footprint, or if you want something on gann, or what you want, guys. I'm here to help, to provide a bit of knowledge. I'm not the best trader in the world, but I have a lot of how can I say, a lot of knowledge that I learned from other guy, and that I'm here to give it to you. So yeah, that's it, guys, and see you next video.